Hey there, I'm Harrone.
I'm Chantell,
and we are the Guthries.
Welcome to Chit with the Guthries.
We're a Sunday Adventist pastoral couple,
bringing you real conversations about anything and everything,
from religion and family life
to lifestyle and whatever else comes up. Stay tuned for insightful chats that will inspire and uplift. Hang out with us and join the chat fam.
Because here, every conversation matters. Let's chat.
Fine.
Hello.
Hello.
Greetings, everybody.
That's right.
Want to say welcome to all the individuals who are new to the channel here.
Good to have you.
Welcome. And we are on our way to 1,000 subscribers, and we would like your help.
Make it happen.
Yeah, share it. Share the link, give individuals the opportunity to join the chat fam.
That's right.
So, season 3 is behind us.
Yeah, a long time. About 11 videos ago.
What? 11?
We're in the inter season.
Oh, well, that's true.
Yeah, we're in the inter season.
So we're just here to, have a little, what do you call this now? Pop-up chit-chat. Pop-up chit-chat. Okay. All right, so for the individuals who are new here, and if you have not yet watched our intro video, we are a pastoral couple in Jamaica. I'm Chantell. What's your name?
I'm that dude. I'm Harrone.
That dude, Harrone. Wonderful. Harrone, if somebody was supposed to ask you, why should they follow chit-chat, what would you tell them?
What I get here, I get nowhere else. We keep it real. Biblical. Grounded.
Very good. And we're also parents of an almost 2-year-old.
Yeah,
Terrific too.
Yeah, more like 200.
Terrific too.
Yeah, he's more like 200. I'm convinced he's 200.
Yeah.
He's 200. Yeah, he's going on well.
Yeah.
Our most recent adventure took us to 2025 General Conference session. Mm-hmm. Where we saw that Adventists are Adventists
everywhere.
Yeah. We just do Adventist things in an Adventist way.
That's right.
And we
have an Adventist walk, we have an
Adventist
talk, we annoy each other Adventistly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good experience. Big up to all the individuals who we met there, who we saw, who we connected with. So probably 2030 again, who knows?
If
the Lord delays his return.
Delays is coming, and if we still don't finish it, all right. So you can watch that episode in season 3. We spoke about who will end it. The whole idea of finishing.
That was actually the final episode of season 3.
Yeah, finish. All the gospel to all the world in my generation. One generation.
So let's see if another generation will rise up.
I hope we're faithful to the task.
Mercy.
Let's get it done.
Yeah. One thing that GC has shown me is that this part of the world, we're very comfortable. We don't have to be creating centers of influences. We can't just create a church. We can't just create we don't have to use creative methods. We don't have to be thinking outside of the box. We can literally go to somebody who is not an Adventist and ask them for the electricity if you put up one tent, if you have to street meeting, and they're okay with it. They're not like, what is an Adventist? What is a 7th day? What? That kind of thing. So I feel like it has really given me like a pump. You know what also gave me a pump? Children's Sabbath School. We're not doing nothing out here.
Wow. Take time. It's a little exposure.
Yeah,
a little exposure is needed.
See, I tried some ever exposed before.
And the resources, they're easier to get than we think.
Yeah, but sometimes I think we think too broad when it comes on to resources. Yeah. You can think a little.
It's a nice printer.
Use what you have. Use what you have to get across the message. And I feel like we need, and I'm not saying this because we're trying no screen with Matthias, but I feel like it's just like a simpler or easier way if you just have a picking and come and watch TV. Then could have done that they had.
Yeah, low effort.
Do something else, man.
Low effort.
Yeah, do some craft, print some, something. Get some crayon, get some block.
So
go to the pick leaf.
Yeah, resources and effort. But it also depends on training and interest. But it can happen. children's Sabbath school can go to higher heights.
Yeah.
But I guess my burden is not so much for the children. Sabbath school is for the parents of the children.
Yeah, because sometimes they don't carry them to church early.
Yeah, there's that too, and also church cannot be the only time in the child's life during that week
about God.
that they're in connection with the Lord.
Yeah.
Right. There are other occasions and moments throughout the week where the child is to be exposed. I guess if the parents have that interest and there's a contact time, and if the children's ministries really move to the next level, something can happen.
And this can also be translated into adult Sabbath school and youth. Early teen and that kind of thing. It's the same thing.
Yeah, just a little bit of interest. I mean, the
effort.
I mean, what happened now is that Jamaica, we're going through a transition. We're transitioning away from this Christian-based society. Secularization is increasing more and more. So you find that a lot of church members are functionally secular, where the Sabbath is the only occasion where as church members we are in connection with the divine, and that's not good. And in society as a whole, is moving away from a Christian-based perspective, as we're adopting these secular perspectives. And of course, the cultures from Europe and North America is eroding our culture, diffusing into our culture. So you have those shifts going. So pretty soon, we will need to establish centers of influence. Now, because if we just open our eyes, we see the shift.
We see the shift happening all around us.
So for sure. The same old just isn't cutting it anymore. And so,
we have
a church,
true,
pastoral ministry, the eldership. As members, we need to have a different set of values, and we need a different set of measurables.
Yeah.
I won't go into any more detail than that.
Yeah,
we need a
different
set of measurables.
Well, just go and watch the Sabbath service for the Sabbath sermon.
It's not the A, it's not the B, it's not the C, but it's the D.
Yeah.
Right? It's all about the disciple
making. And Harrone, as you rightly said that, another thing that really stood out for me for General Conference is, even though this is not a recap of GC, but it looks like that's what we're doing, is that the methodology changes, but not the message. And sometimes I feel like some of our leaders and some of our present tutors, if I want to connect with them, they feel like, the minute we're changing the method of how we're doing things, we are diluting the message. And I strongly disagree with that. Silent over there, but it's fine.
The poor present truthers, they want to carry us back to the 1800s. Newsflash, we don't live in that time.
Yeah, we don't.
So we can't use those methods of the
Precisely.
1800s.
And persons aren't thinking like that anymore. Persons aren't, you understand?
And in terms of...
We just not do them something no more.
In terms of the message. No, you see, when you really know the message, you're able to adopt new methods to allow the message in its true essence to be spread. So sometimes resisting new methods is a tell on yourself, on ourselves, that we don't know the message. Because when you know the message to a certain extent...
Hold on, let me check my pressure card. Hold on. Facial expression.
Pin and stick and stuck.
Resume.
I was just saying, if you really know the message, you're able to adopt new methods to get that message across. As the book of Proverbs says, the soul of the righteous is a tree of life, and he that wins souls is wise. And Proverbs and the Psalms will tell us, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. So if we want wisdom in soul winning, we need to have the fear of the Lord. As I've said in previous chat, fear of the Lord is different from the fear of God. Sinners have the fear of God; they're afraid of God, right? But Christians, saints, holy ones, persons being saved, have the fear of the fear of the Lord. So you're not afraid of God, but there's a deep sense of reverence, of awe, of humility, of having it as number one, and with that foundation, that will lead us now that will lead us to connect to the Lord, and for the Lord to take us into the depths of wisdom, so we're able to understand the times in which we live. Yeah. And the methods, the means, the packages that we need to adopt to get the content of the message out. In the 1517 era, when Luther did his 95 Theses, it was a society that, yes, people were literate, but not so widespread. He literally wrote went to the church door, even though some people claim that never happened, you know, they want to revisionist history. He went to the church door and he posted his 95 theses, 95 points arguing against indulgences and, you know, the selling of forgiveness of sins, right? And what really helped to spread it was that close to 1517, Johann Gutenberg would have invented the movable type printing press that would have allowed for what Luther wrote to be copied and mass-produced, even though it was a slower process than what we have now, copied and mass-produced and distributed to various towns and into different languages across the Holy Roman Empire and Western Europe and so on. And that really, you know, really
helped to push the message.
That was the spark that really, you know, lit the flame of the message. And you go to the 1800s when they had the second Advent movement, you know, this resurrection of the preaching of the second coming of Jesus, the printing press, where they actually printed their own newspapers and published their newspapers because that was a means of communicating society at the time. I don't think it was time where the telegraph and those things would have gotten popular, but so that was the communication method that existed. And they really took hold of what we got in the first awakening, the camp meeting, the revival meeting, where they pitch tent and you call a meeting and you're in a place at a certain number of time. So that is where it was born. So you have the tent pitching plus the printing press. So they formed the Second Advent movement folks, Millerite people. They printed various newspapers because that was the means. That was the means at the time just to get the message out. And when it is that little flock after the 1844 disappointment, when they, you know, started to study and what eventually murdered St. Adventist Church, we see they carried over the same, you know, the pitching the tent, the you know, the publishing of newspapers, the publishing of various literature and so on. And nowadays, yes, we have the printed page, but we also
digital page.
We also have in digital form. We have the audio, we have the video, right? We have the in-person. Is that we have
way much more resources and material.
So much.
We don't call it at our fingertips.
So it's I was about to study in the method and see, you know, which one works best for, you know, for our particular skill set and personality and whatever. And you know, you utilize that. You utilize that to, you know, grab the attention, get the message out. Yeah. So yeah, you know, that was a good experience from General Conference.
Yeah.
We're going to hear a lot about disciple making.
Yep.
We're going to hear a lot about mission refocus. And if you're in IAD, which is the SDA church in Central America, the Caribbean, and Northern South America, you're going to hear about living the mission.
That's right.
So get on board. Get on board. Yeah, get on board. You know,
children, get on
that is
board.
where things are going. And I'll challenge anybody. You know, just sit down and think about it. You know, like, when is the last time you actively help somebody to, you know, to be in connection with Christ? You know, not just passively, you know, but actively, right? Have you ever given a Bible study to somebody yet? Have you given somebody an invitation? You ever pray for somebody's salvation? You know, if you have a vehicle, you ever go and, you know, pick them up and bring them to church and so on. You know, bring them to a Bible study. You know, the street meeting, you know, you go and help give out invitations, those sort of things. You know, you volunteer to be a part of some team, whether you want to be an usher or on the communications team or on the AY team or Sabbath school team, you know, to really help. You know, just think about it. When was the last time, you know, I was actively engaged in
mission?
Yeah.
You know, it's very easy, Harrone, to criticize those who are actively engaged in mission. It's very easy to see those who are active in mission and they're not, and you know, we can see what they are not doing, you know, or what they could be doing better, that kind of thing. So how do we encourage our chat family to move out of that, taking the matter out of other people's eye, or, you know, to not be watching other people, but to see how is it that you can actually get involved? You know, yes, you just give like a long list of things, but I'm talking about like the mental state, because sometimes we think we want to do certain things, but like the naysayers, and not even so much the naysayers, but also the red tape in our local churches, because sometimes, you know, if you're not or a part of you know, like you can't do nothing, and then the minute you start to do something by your own, you hear say you've splint.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It's,
how do you?
Yeah, where there's a will, there's
And then
a way,
how do you get involved without looking like you're enough of yourself in a people them department? I'm thinking how the typical person thinks.
Yeah, that is so rough because it's going to take some matter of it's going to take some matter of counsel and encouragement.
Yeah.
I mean, any answer we give going to be too broad and not going to be
specific to your situation.
To your situation.
For sure.
But I guess if you want more detailed advice, your circumstance, send an email to biblestudy@theimprintja.org and we're willing to engage and follow through and with you on that.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so when you send a message at email, you can give a more detailed and personalized thing.
Yeah, to what's happening in your sphere.
Yeah, what is specific to your headspace and to your sphere where you are and your situation and your environment.
And then we can answer there. Also, not necessarily send us an email on this, but tell us in the chat, like what are some things that you would like to see in season 4, or we want to do some lives before the start of season 4. So what's a particular topic that you'd want probably a discussion or a Bible study on right now? If it is that you follow us on Instagram, if you don't, you can Harrone, my Instagram name again, Harrone Guthrie, Harrone Guthrie, or at The Only Elements. I can do search for Chantell Guthrie. It's C, 2 L's, no E at the end. Okay, all right. Or if you have us on WhatsApp, you'll see that we have a Bible reading challenge. Well, we've been doing it for like the past 2 years, 2 years.
Yeah, since January
2023. Yeah. So yeah, man, for the past 2 years.
It's not.
So
we
we're
don't read the
Job.
Bible chronologically.
No.
We pick the readings and depend.
Yeah. So we're at Job, and today we're at
Job
4. Job 4, right? So if you want to see us do probably a review on that or a Bible study on not the whole book of Job. Or probably let's see. You can do the whole book of Job.
Yeah, you can do the whole book of Job.
So I guess we could do that. We could do a live on that.
But it can be done. Join the Bible reading challenge.
Yeah. So we're reading Job. So tonight just catch up. Job 1 to 4. So tomorrow you can reach at 5.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. When you're reading it, you're not reading with any. Well, I'm hoping that you're not reading with any preconceived notion or whatever, but you're just reading it. You really see different things.
Take time and read.
Yeah, man, you go through. And you realize that God actually give us permission for the devil come through across his power. Sigh. Okay.
That's loaded right there.
They're not true?
Yeah, but just read. Just read.
Yeah, so tell us in the chat something that you'd like to see.
Right, so that's it from us for this week. You'll see us again next week.
That's right.
We have some more things in store, and looking forward to sharing and going on that journey. I wonder what we'll get up to as we prepare for season 4.
Oh, by the way, we're home, safe and sound. Just in case you were wondering where we were.
Yeah, I think it's very obvious. Not
really. This is the first time we're recording right here.
Yeah, it seems very, very obvious.
All right, guys. So thank you again for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment. Ta-ta!